This video is about the 1947 World Jamboree held in France. It assembles the pictures and memories of George Elliott, a scout from Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, who now resides in Bath, Ontario. George donated many photographs, memorabilia and uniforms to the Kingston Scout Museum. His story begins at Windsor Rail Junction, Nova Scotia, in the early hours of July 27th. A Halifax scout and I await the very late CNR Express, which finally delivers 30 King's Scouts and 3 leaders. The Transcontinental had picked up scouts in every province along its route. After just 4 hours sleep at a local campsite, 32 scouts divided into 4 patrols face a stiff 4 days of pre-jamboree training and team building. New skills are taught. In a competition, a fire is lit with but a few twists. Rope spinning is amply demonstrated and taught by the Canadian Chief Scout, General D.C. Spry. This is the group that almost didn't go. Plans had been cancelled when it was impossible to secure transatlantic transportation. However, in recognition for the major contribution of Scouts to citizenship, the Minister of Defence announces in Parliament that HMCS Warrior will transport the contingent. Thus, on August the 1st, the troop arrives at the Naval Barracks in Halifax for an overnight stay. Early, the troop, newly equipped with hammocks, assembles to board the Warrior. Then, at 11 a.m. prompt, the crew, sea cadets and scouts assemble to proudly array on deck for departure. They steam out to the sound of whistles from every ship and factory in the vicinity. Successive days begin at 6 a.m. with a loud wake-up call. Hammocks are clewed, breakfast eaten, then activities and games fill each day. Not without me exploring and relaxing, of course, with time out for a photograph. In the evening, there are concerts and movies. On August the 8th, we drop anchor in the Clyde. Scottish Scouts welcomed us ashore, then help us depart for Glasgow. There, the District Council provides dinner at the Overseas Club, where as guests we are able to cable home. Soon, a small but speedy British train delivers us to London for 2 nights, billet on Scott's Antarctic ship, the Discovery. Up early, we tour London's major attractions with a climb to St. Paul's Dome. The majestic cathedral stands unscathed within the destruction of the wartime Blitz. The next day we ferry from Dover to Calais and on to Paris. War damage was as evident in France as in London. A train to Moissan, located between Paris and Rouen, arrives late without our personal equipment. Meanwhile, at the Jamboree, New Zealand Scouts, learning of our delay, erect our tents. Then Yorkshire Scouts share their blankets. This scouting spirit kept us warm. Fortunately, our gear arrives early the next day. Our Jamboree ID card must be carried at all times. The size of the Jamboree is astonishing, 25,000 scouts. The site even had transportation on a railway originally part of the Maginot Line, bypassed in the First World War. The site, flat and open, had been a battlefield in the Second World War, with trenches still evident. Scout Zone is always part of Sunday. The service, voiced simultaneously throughout the camp, is provided in 4 languages: English, French, Dutch and German. So many, so diverse, so widespread, worship together. Much time is spent visiting others. In this case, and an Australian and Indian. Here, a Canadian, Bob Heisey of Winnipeg, a Chinese and French Scout pose. Meanwhile, at our site, visitors get a demonstration of a newfound skill from pre-camp. This presentation from a Norwegian Scouter is given in appreciation for Canada's help in World War II. A one-day break takes in the highlights of Paris. The other 7 fill with activities organized and otherwise, laid out on a daily timetable, attendance being optional for organized events. A popular pastime, signing names and recording addresses in pocketbooks as we visit the magnificent displays at successive campsites. A special visitor to our campsite is Lord Drewallan, Chief Scout of the then British Empire, who stopped by for a chat. Campfires, large and small, formal and informal, abound, with a Jamboree theme song to sing in French. Especially memorable, the spectacular closing ceremony. Streams of scouts, grouped by subcamp, converge and march as a river of joy into the arena. National flags to the fore. A 40-foot globe, a symbol of peace, the Jamboree theme, rolls into the arena and floats around over a sea of hands. Finally, the Jamboree closes. But the World Brotherhood, founded by BP, continues. The trip back is uneventful. Scottish Scouts sing "Will Ye No Come Back Again" as we board. The Warrior ups anchor and heads down the Clyde with the ship's band playing Scottish tunes. We steam out into rough seas. This experience of a lifetime behind, yet woven within. This video was assembled and narrated by Bill Lewis, Secretary of the Kingston Scout Museum Executive, August 2007.